The moment you realize that all you have in this world is yourself, when you come to the conclusion of like, damn, nobody else is gonna get me out of the situation I'm in. Nobody is gonna help me really make my dreams come true. Nobody's gonna get me out of depression. Nobody's really coming to save me at all. Before I go into this video, I really want to thank all the, supporters and everybody that really been fucking with me on this YouTube channel. I know I took like a little couple month hiatus, but I'm back with the videos and we're gonna keep, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the people that reached out to me too. Like that was the reason why I wanted to keep making the videos, because I had people reach out to me and say, make the videos. So we're gonna keep making the videos. So yeah, when you get older, and not even when you get older, I feel like when you're in your 20s and you get out of school and you get into whatever the real world they say, you're gonna realize how much your parents didn't teach you a bunch of shit, how school didn't teach you a bunch of shit that you really needed. So when you just like, you'll low-key get frustrated, like, damn, I didn't really learn much that I was supposed to in school, or that my parents taught me. So you're gonna realize, like, damn, all you have is yourself to figure this life shit out. And a lot of people take life a little bit too seriously because they feel like they're not prepared, but life shouldn't even be taken seriously. Like, it should really be taken as like, okay, you're on this little journey, you know what I'm saying? You taking life low-key like an adventure, because the fact of you being like so down about life is like low-key kind of crazy, because it's niggas going through so much crazy shit out here. Like, it's a bunch of crazy shit going on here. Sometimes you might have to go into solitude, and solitude isn't the same as loneliness. You have to go into solitude because when you come in, like when you're alone with yourself, you're gonna start thinking better. You're gonna start really knowing who you are. It's a lot of kids in their 20s. It's a lot of 20-year-olds that don't really know themselves. They're trying to dabble into this, dabble into that. They really don't know. Like, I know so many of my homies really don't know what they want to do. And it's like, it's crazy to think, because it's going to go years and years of just like not figuring shit out. And it's okay to not have everything together, but at least be motivated to want to do something, want to evolve. I think that's the best thing we can do, is evolve and keep growing. No matter if you don't want to do nothing, but you got to keep growing, bro. It's like, once we got out of school, I feel like I've been in school for so long at one point. So now that I'm not in school, it's like, damn, like, that's it. Like, no more learning. So you got to really force yourself to learn more and to grow. Like, a lot of us, when we get out of high school, get out of college, we still want to be on the bullshit, still want to have fun and be free, but it's going to catch up to you. I'm telling you, you have to be prepared to just like maneuver well in this world. Like this shit is not going to be all funs and games if you don't know what you want to do. Not saying you can't have fun, but you at least got to have a sense of purpose, a sense of what you want to do. And it's because nobody's going to figure it out for you. Nobody's going to tell you this is what you should do, or nobody's going to encourage you. They might tell you, your parents might tell you, oh, you should go into this field or that field, but that's not even what you want to do. That's not fulfilling towards you, but you still don't even know what you want to do. So you got to really sit down by yourself. Like, you have to really separate yourself sometimes from family, sometimes from friends, and really understand who you want to be, and whatever vision you have for your future self, you have to really lock in and become that person, bro, because you're the only person that's going to get yourself out of whatever state you're in. It's not going to be your parents. It's not going to be your mentor. It's going to be you, bro. I'm telling you, like, you're going to have to put in the work to figure out what information that you need so it can better your life. What field do I need to go into? What skills do I need to acquire that's going to put me to the next level? Because I'm telling you, like, it's going to go, years and years are going to go by, and you're going to be like, what the fuck? And I see it. The reason why it's so important is because I see it around, people I know, like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds really don't know what they want to do, still figuring this shit out. And I'm not saying that that's an old age, but it's just like, you should have some awareness of what you want to do, who you want to become. And it's gonna catch up to you in your 20s, because you're gonna think in your 20s shit is sweet. You gonna want to do this, be around the hoes, be around this and that. Like, the women, that's gonna be the most detrimental thing to you, is the women, because that's when you really want to have women around you, is in your 20s, when you at that season. See, everybody's going through seasons in their life. And whenever you in that season where you like 19 to like whatever, like early 30s, you gonna want to have so many women, bro. And that's gonna be the hardest part, to put your life to the next level, because the women is gonna distract you. I look at all the women, like I think back to all the women I dealt with in like college and stuff. I don't talk to not one of them. Like, I barely remember some of them. Like, it's crazy how much time was wasted by just trying to like be in the mix with all these women, just to feel like a little validation for that. It's momentarily validation, but it's really crazy to me, bro. Like, I could have been spending that time learning a skill. Like, I was always gonna work hard at whatever I was doing. I was going to school to play basketball, but the fact that I could have spent that little bit of time of like calling a girl over late at night because I'm bored and don't want to be in my thoughts late at night, so I just call a girl over. We gotta learn how to steal them late nights where you're bored and you don't want to be in your thoughts, so you call a girl over. You gotta learn how to be mentally strong to say, you know what can I do with this time to really better my life? Because I'm not in a position I want to be in. I see a vision for myself, and if it's easier to get like work harder and do what you want to do, what you have to do, when you see a vision for yourself. If you see a vision of who you want to be, you keep daydreaming, you keep doing things of like, I see myself being something else. That's gonna push you. That should push you to really get off your ass and do something. But if you don't have that vision, it's gonna be a little harder. But it's just like, it's crazy to think that you really have to do all the work. You're going to have to do everything to better yourself. Everybody else that's going to help you and come along eventually, I'm sure you're going to have people that you can create a connection with and go off of each other. But it's going to start with you, bro. It's going to start with you. You got to figure out what you want to do, and don't really take too much pressure on it. Just have an intention of what you want to do and work towards it. But don't like be so eager to get there. Don't be so eager to like get that future desire fulfilled already. The fun part is gonna be that journey, that because you know it's gonna be ups and downs. Like, if you're gonna pursue something, you should know that it's gonna come with moments of you having little setbacks. It's gonna be like that. Like, it's never gonna be you be successful and everything went right and smooth. Like, no, you're gonna have some bumps in the roads, and you got to be prepared for that. And those are the times where you really got to smile and be like, okay, these are the tests. These are the times where I need to, be mentally strong. Like, you got to play life as a game, bro. Too many people is not putting life too serious on themselves. Like, it's too many people putting life like, just, I don't know, like they too worried about what they parents think and what they friends think. I'm guilty of it as well. Like, sometimes I'll get insecure about certain little things. We all have our little insecurities, but the moment you can get past those fears and like, you know what, I need to attack whatever I'm fearful of. I need to start doing that. Whatever that I feel like the little, you get those little heartbeats real fast. You got to learn how to like attack those fears and really face them, because that's when I feel like you're going to be free. The moment I started fighting, because I was low-key nervous of confrontation. When I was a kid, my parents would shun me away from confrontation. So as a kid, you're going to be programmed to what your parents, indoctrinate in your head. So as a kid, I was kind of afraid of confrontation. The moment I got into my first couple of fights, bro, I felt so free and I felt so powerful. And the fact that I liked it, like I liked the fact that you could have that sense of power. But the most important thing is I like the fact that I faced my fear. I faced the fear of thinking this can harm me, but then I was the one doing the harm. So when you learn how to face your fears and really go after whatever you want, you gonna get a sense of urgency about yourself to really think you can do whatever it is. Like, that's what let me know, with just a little bit of repetition and just the will to want to do it, you can learn anything, bro, and you can really do anything. But it's people's limitations, people putting limitations on you, that's causing those like lacking beliefs in yourself. Like, that's why you got to do a lot of soul searching, bro. Like, you really have to be by yourself and be okay with being alone, because you're going to have to do the soul searching. You're going to have to like distance yourself from certain individuals that you used to rock with like all the time, because they not on what you own. You trying to be something totally different. Not saying that they're on a worse path, they're just on a different path. If you know that you're on a different path from the people that you're hanging with, you have to be strong enough to say, no, I have to be by myself, figure out what I want to do, write my little game plan down, and go after this shit, bro. Because like I said in the beginning of the video, nobody's gonna give a fuck about you. All you have is yourself. All you're gonna be able to do is get yourself out of that situation. I promise you. Like, in the moment you figure out what you want to do, bro, it's gonna feel like you're being reborn, bro. You're gonna feel like you have no limitations because you have a plan. Like, anything that can happen, in your life, some bullshit can happen. If you still have that goal in mind, it's not going to affect you as bad as if nothing in your life is going good and you have nothing to see for in the future. That's when niggas start getting depressed, bro. When you don't have nothing to see for in the future, you don't have no vision. You have to be alone and create some type of vision, because I'm telling you, bro, you gonna think shit sweet. You with your homies and stuff and y'all cooling and stuff. When you start getting older, people are gonna have their own lives. They're gonna have families. They're gonna have other things they want to do, and you're gonna be like, damn, what's going on? You spent that time worrying about other people, not worrying about yourself, not loving yourself wholeheartedly enough to say, you know what? I gotta really figure out what the fuck I need to do to better my life and elevate my life, because I don't like the life I'm living. You have to understand. You have to really look in your mirror and say, I don't like the life I'm living right now. I'm not saying this, it might not be a bad life, but if you could see better for yourself, you have to really like look at yourself and say, I gotta do better, bro. I gotta really do better, and I gotta figure out what I gotta do. Just take accountability and then take some action. That's literally it, bro. If you gotta hold your head down for a couple years or a couple months and like literally get away from the world, that's what you gotta do, because when you pop back out, that's when people's gonna rock with you. If you already know that nobody was rocking with you when you was at your lowest, that should be all the motivation to want to get up, because then you have nobody to, feel like you're obligated to give your success to. You're obligated to give your time to this person. If they wasn't there before, then you should want all that success, want everything, peace, freedom, abundance. You should want all that for yourself. And when you get it, that's going to be the fulfillment, because you went through all that journey just to get there. So everything that you get at the end of the road is just going to be the byproduct of the person you had to become. So once you realize all you have is yourself and you got to really be the one to get yourself out of it, you're going to be straight.